Yo, what is going on everyone? Welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at this super cool Togekiss Bronzong deck that some players have been bringing to recent success at some tournaments. Basically, the idea of the deck is, of course, to use our main attacker Togekiss VMAX, which allows us to search for any cards that we want to every turn, deal some decent damage, and we do have a pretty good amount of health, so it's going to be difficult for us to get one-shotted. Bronzong allows us to move Metal Energy around on our Pokemon in any way we like. And then Zacian and Zamazenta, as well as, of course, Bronzong, can be like Metal Saucered on to get Metal Energy onto our board to move around with our Bronzong. We have Crobat for some draw support, and Mew to prevent cards like Urshifu from just destroying our Bronzongs. Of course, our Metal Saucers to get extra energy on board, and then the main reason this deck works is because of Cheryl, which will allow us to heal all damage from all of our evolution Pokemon. However, we do have to discard all energy from Pokemon that are healed this way. So what we want to do is use Bronzong's Metal Transfer to move our energy from a Togekiss VMAX to either our Zacian V or Zamazenta. And then we can play our Cheryl. We don't have to discard any energy, and then we can go ahead and Bronzong, move all our energy back to our Togekiss and attack again without our opponent being able to take a knockout. We have Big Charm to make it even more difficult for our opponent to take us out in one hit. And then we have Marnie and Professor's Research for draw, Boss's Orders to just finish off anything, as it's going to be quite difficult for us to take one-hit KOs. Great Ball and Quick Ball for search. We have a Pal Pad to get back Cheryl's if we need to. We have a Chaotic Swell to just slow down decks like Baby Balsaphalon that can take big Okos on us. It can also just slow down some decks that utilize stadiums as well, maybe like a Dark City or something. But it's a pretty linear deck, which I think is pretty cool. But then we also have like the option to attack with Zacian V, so we can hit like 120 with Togekiss, move our energy to Zacian, heal, go into Zacian V, Brave Blade, and that's going to be enough to 2-hit KO pretty much any VMAX Pokemon. And then we also have Zamazenta as a wall against decks like Eternatus that could, like, in theory, take Okos with like Zigzagoon and Pings and stuff. So that's always just a good card to have, especially with like cards like Inteleon and Urshifu being popular. Zamazenta can really force them to always have just a way to play around it, because we can put it down and charge it up at any time with Bronzong. So let's just go ahead and play some games with the deck, see how it does. I haven't played the deck all that much, but it should be interesting to play for sure. Before we get into these games, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, check out those other links in the description. It really does help us out. Really appreciate any support that we can get. So yeah, let's just get into some games. Really hope you guys enjoyed the video. So we lose the coin flip. That's going to be fine. I think we probably just want to go first to try and get some Pokemon down. This is a pretty solid hand. We have 2 Bronzor, meaning that we can just go in with one of them. Alright. So it looks like we are going to be up against mirror match, actually. That's interesting. Alright, so we top deck Togekiss VMAX. Find our Mew. We're going to go ahead and discard that, because that's pretty bad in this matchup. Grab a Togekiss V. Let's put a second Bronzor down so our Pokemon does not get killed. And I kind of like our hand right now. We have Togekiss VMAX energy, so I'm just going to go ahead and keep that and pass the turn over to our opponent. So they get a Bronzong and a Togekiss VMAX as well. Capture Energy cannot be moved around. So I'm thinking this is probably a same 60 mirror match, which I guess I can't be too unhappy about. There's a Professor's Research. Okay, he runs Evolution Incense, which I believe we don't run. But I think the premise of the deck is going to be the same. So there's a switch into Togekiss VMAX, which I'm not sure how good that is. Gonna grab a Zacian, of course, just gonna be able to use like Intrepid Sword here. Is solid. So basically what we need to do this turn is gonna be evolve, attach, Marnie, and then hopefully we can find like a Bronzong and a Switch. Okay, so just gonna go for the Intrepid Sword there. They get 1 energy onto their board. I would have liked to find like a turn 1 Zacian. That would have been nice. Okay, so they have a pretty big hand, so let's go ahead and Marnie. Because we don't really need to attack this turn. It would be nice if we could, but we can't. So that's going to be fine. We find a Big Charm. So this Big Charm is actually very good because now our Zacian cannot be two-shotted by their Togekiss. So we're just going to go ahead and Intrepid Sword. We don't find the energy. However, we do find a Quick Ball and a Metal Saucer, which is pretty good. Hopefully our opponent just takes out our Bronzor, which would be great. We can go ahead and start setting up some more energy on our board. We don't yet have a Bronzong, so of course we can just use Togekiss VMAX to do that. We run 3 Big Charm in our deck, so hopefully we can like find one for our Togekiss VMAX as well. I think this is fine right now. I assume our opponent should be able to find a Cheryl for their next turn if they want it. Max Glide. Okay, that's fine. So probably what we're going to do here is, yeah, so they probably just grabbed a Cheryl there. Togekiss also has Free Retreat, which is very nice. Okay, so we chopped up another Quick Ball, which is very good. Let's go ahead and grab another Bronzor. We have both our Bronzong in deck. We have none of our Togekiss pieces prized. We have our Zamazenta in deck, which is very good. We have both our Big Charm. Looks like we did not prize an energy. We prized a Marnie, we prized a Cheryl. I'm not sure how many Switch we run. We didn't prize any Metal Saucer. Yeah, it doesn't look like we prized anything too important. Just go ahead and Quick Ball for this. Metal Saucer onto our Zacian V. And then we can just go attach here as well. I don't really see any reason to play our boss's orders here. We can kind of just hit into this and force our opponent to play their first Cheryl. So let's go ahead and Max Glide. Yes, we're going to go ahead and grab Bronzong and a Cheryl. Okay. So getting the first attack here is definitely very nice. This Zamazenta with a Big Charm is kind of annoying as we're going to have to two-shot that with Zacian. Or some combination of Zacian and the Bronzong. Or maybe even like our own Zamazenta. Okay, so we do have a boss in hand actually. But we can't Cheryl and boss's orders in the same turn. Which is kind of... Actually, what we can do though is just take out the Togekiss. Okay, so... Yeah, we can take out Togekiss with boss's orders on with like Zacian, boss. Okay, so our opponent actually goes for a boss's orders this turn. Into our Zacian. Okay, that's fine with me. We can leave our Togekiss untouched. And we're going to go ahead and take a knockout on their Togekiss. Which is going to be... Oh, well, I guess I'm not really sure if I want to do that here. So let's go ahead and do this. Great Ball, see if we can find anything. Togekiss V. That's fine. I don't think we're going to ever want another one of these. So let's go ahead and grab our Zamazenta, because we're definitely going to want that available this game. So I think... Okay, so we won't live an Assault Tackle. We won't even live a Max Glide here. Maybe we can just like rely on bossing around our opponent's board. That actually seems fine. Okay. I think we're going to go ahead and take this out. We only have 2 boss available. Yeah, this does seem fine though. Taking this out is going to remove a very valuable resource from our opponent's board. And then next turn we should be able to find a attack with Zamazenta anyways and remove a Capture Energy. And remove the Capture Energy from their Zamazenta as well. Which is pretty nice. Okay, so we get 3 prizes there. We miss an energy card, which is quite annoying, actually. We can always allow our Togekiss to take a hit, which is very nice. Hopefully we can top deck an energy here, but if not, we'll just have to play our Marnie, which is not the end of the world. So we're going to go and promote this because it has free retreat. We top deck a Capture Energy. So we're going to go on towards Zamazenta. I don't see any reason to play the Pal Pad just yet. Actually, well, what we can do is we can eventually set up for a position where we can just go boss, and then, yeah, just play boss orders enough to win the game that way. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so I guess we attach here to just guarantee the attack. We have another Zacian, so I guess we'll go ahead and put that onto the board and play Marnie. Because our opponent's hand is quite big, so hopefully we can take away some valuable resources from them. Alright, we don't really find anything here, but that's okay. Great Ball, see if we can find our other Bronzong or anything. We'll just... actually, I'm just going to go and leave it. Let's go and retreat into our Zamazenta. Metal transfer. Move it over there. And we're just going to go ahead and Assault Tackle, remove the Capture Energy from their board. Every less energy they have available to them is very good for us. They only have 4 cards. And next turn, if we draw well off this Professor's Research, we can hopefully take out the Zamazenta with an Assault Tackle. We do have Metal Energy in our discard still. Okay, so we get Marnied. That should be okay. Hopefully we can draw like a draw supporter or something. Okay, this is not very good. However, we have Energy Big Charm, so we can, at the very least, we can attack. Okay, this actually goes down to another Assault Tackle. Oh, but he can just Brave Blade. So that's not good. That is not ideal for sure. Because we don't have a Metal Saucer. I guess you're kind of hoping you wouldn't be able to do that. Especially with the Marnie. So maybe we just... Oh, and we will also just lose to a boss's orders. So we don't have any energy on board. Oh, wow. That's not even a good top deck. Big Charm down on our Zacian. Evolve this. Big Charm down. I see no reason to not attach here. And Intrepid Sword. So I guess at this point we're just hoping our opponent does not have boss's orders. But I guess no matter who wins this game, Togekiss Bronzong will win. Okay, so there's the boss's orders. Onto our Bronzong. Our opponent's going to go ahead and retreat. Move the energy to their Zamazenta. So yeah, that's going to be, unfortunately, a loss there. However, we lost to the mirror match, meaning that the deck still won no matter what. So let's go ahead and roll another game, see if we can do a little better here. Bronzong, definitely very versatile. Yeah, maybe not as linear of a deck as I thought. I guess like the heavy Togekiss line is just to make sure you get it out as soon as possible. Okay, so we get to go first this game. This is a pretty solid hand. We have a turn 1 Togekiss Bronzor, which is really good. We're gonna go ahead and start this. Just hopefully our opponent cannot KO it immediately. So it looks like we are going to be up against a fire deck. Go and play the Great Ball. We don't find another Togekiss. So we are going to be put heavily on the back foot if we don't find something here. I kind of want a Crobat to just see if we can find another Togekiss. Okay, we do find another Togekiss V. Wonderful. So next turn we can still, in theory at least, do something, and then if they do like use Double Blaze or anything, it's not nearly as beneficial. Our hand is pretty well set up for next turn. We can just like evolve and attack. Okay, so they just go for an attachment immediately, meaning they're probably going to set their hand up for a Crobat or Dedenne GX, because there really is no reason to attach unless your hand is like full of energy and welder or something. So, let's just go ahead and see what they get. So they actually get a Jirachi. So that means they're probably either retreating their Cramorant this turn. Okay, no, they have a Switch. And because they attach, that means they can't Double Blaze. Okay, so they actually just go for the Dedenne. I don't even know if you attach there, because I think Double Blazing into Togekiss V here would be really good. What do they... Okay, so there's a Giant Hearth. Gonna go ahead and Hearth away the Quick Ball. Stellar Wish. Gonna get a Welder. So they can't actually play that this turn. What they can do is snipe our Bronzor, which would be kind of annoying for sure. But I think that's just a lot of resources you lose to take one prize card. Okay, so it looks like they are actually going to go for it, no, like, regardless here. Bring that up. I don't really think there's any reason... I think there's no reason to do anything else, as long as your hand supports another attack next turn. So what we're probably just going to go for, to get another... we're probably just going to try and get another Bronzor on board and attack. Okay, and there we go. There's a Bronzor. We're going to go and evolve. Play the Great Ball, see if we can find a second VMAX. We don't. Let's go ahead and grab this to put it on the bottom of the deck with our Marnie. We don't want to bench Zamazenta here. We find an energy and a Bronzong, which is very nice. Let's go ahead and evolve so the Togekiss V does not get KO'd. And we're just going to go for a Max Glide. I think I'm going to go ahead and grab a Cheryl. Cheryl, and I kind of want to get a Big Charm here. Actually, let's get Chaotic Swell, because we have a research in our hand. Okay, this seems fine. Maybe Mew is okay here, but we don't have like the Dedenne GX or anything. So, even if they take out our Bronzor with the Cramorant, that's just a big waste of resources, I think. Let's just see what they decide to do. Gonna Giant Hearth away at Boss's orders. They do have a few energy down already. What we really don't want to see here is like a big KO from a baby Volcephalon. So they do actually just welder the Cramorant again, which I'm fine with. They can keep taking out these Bronzors for one prize card. I mean, if that's what they want to do here. There's just the Spit Shot. Gonna go for the Bronzor again. In the long run, losing another Bronzor there is not ideal. I don't want to research away this Cheryl. Let's just go ahead. Chaotic Swell. Attach here. Let's just Max Glide for the knockout. Not really any reason to do anything here. Yep. Search our deck. Get a Bronzor. I kind of want to get a Mew. Guess we can get Metal Saucer as well. Let's just guarantee the energy here, in case we need to like Cheryl and then just retreat. This seems, that seems fine. Okay. So we get 2 prize cards, Quick Ball and Pal Pad. Okay, those are both fine prizes. Just see what they decide to do. So probably the only thing we don't want to see here is some way that they can just play a bunch of Fire Crystals, go in with a Baby Blown, and take a KO on this. It's probably the worst thing that can happen here. And even if that happens, I think we're still not in a bad spot. Because we definitely have control here. There's the Giant Hearth, so they're not going to be able to do that. There are already 2 of them down. Gonna go for the Cherish Bell, so that probably finds Reshiram and Charizard. Unless they're going for the Dedenne. 2 Heart down, 1 Fire Crystal down, 2 Welder down as well. They go for Oricorio, actually, which I'm fine with. So, I assume they just... I assume they're just trying to draw some cards here to do something. Like a Double Blaze, maybe. But, I don't know. Okay, so they actually do go for a Baby Blown. We don't have a Boss's Orders available. Dense Tribute. Drawing 3 cards. Stellar Wish. Welder. It's still unlikely that they KO our Togekiss. But it is still something to be aware of. They really need to have a very, very good hand to take this knockout. Because they still have to attach. Okay, so they attach, so maybe they do have it. Or they must at least attack this turn, because they know if we just have Boss's Orders, they lose all those energies as well. We do only run 1 Chaotic Swell. So they go into the Jirachi. Maybe they are just digging for it. They have a Switch. Okay. Probably not what they were looking for. They bench the Jirachi. Scoop up net again. Stellar Wish. Did you find a Fire Crystal? So now I kind of wish we had a Marnie in our hand, but I feel like we had to grab everything that we did. Because the Bronzor is going to be important for sure. So they just switch into the Jirachi again. That means there are 5 switch effects down. They have a reset stamp. That could actually be very annoying if we don't draw anything good off of that. They do play it. That makes sense. Alright, we find Big Charm, Marnie Energy. Okay, they go for a switch. Is it into the Blown? It is, but... Oh, wow, has a Crobat. Did he draw the nuts, though? We don't run a reset stamp. I think if we did, that would be... That could put us in a really good spot. 3 Fire Energy. Oh, wow, I think he has it here, then. Double Crystal. Only needs 1 more energy to take this knockout. I don't know. Okay, but that doesn't leave their board in a particularly good spot. They get to Dene, which I definitely don't agree with because we're gonna Marnie them. I guess they don't know that, but they should be aware that. But leaving the Dedenne in the deck is always correct because you have the Cherish Ball in your hand. Then you can get Dedenne. Okay, just misses there. That's fantastic. Let's just Big Charm that so Zigzagoon isn't available. Okay, this is fine. We have a Capture Energy. Let's go ahead and retreat so it's going to be even harder for our opponent to take a knockout here. Max Glide. Our opponent has played 3 Fire Crystal and has 8, or is now going to have 11 in the discard. I don't even think this Bronzor is relevant anymore. Let's just go for... Boss's Orders and a... okay, we already have a boss. Just go for the Cheryl and the... I mean, I guess we get Bronzor here. We don't have a reset stamp. Yeah, this seems fine. And then we can also have, like, Bronzor into... yeah, we can have, like, Bronzong into Zacian. And then just, like, Zacian, boss, take a big knockout in 1 turn. Which I guess is pretty good as well. Alright, so they promote their Jirachi. I guess no reason to not do that. They have 11 cards still in their deck, but, let's see, so at most they probably have 14 energy, meaning they have, like, access to 6 left, tops. Because they have Fire Crystal and then 3 more energy. So with a Blown, they can hit us for, Not enough. However much it is, it definitely is not going to be enough. So I guess we just bench the Bronzor and then Max Glide. Yep, that seems good. Because I'm pretty sure, unless our opponent plays an absurd amount of energy, that they still have. I guess they play like energy retrievals, but I'm just not sure. Especially like because they play Mewtwo. That lets us know that's almost certainly just like a straight Firebox deck, and they don't play more than 14 energy. Especially with like 4 Crystal and stuff. So they grab the Reshizard. So we probably just get double blazed this turn. Just probably, I think that's fine. It could be annoying because we still don't have a Bronzor down, so we can't like Cheryl. Okay, I'm not sure what they grabbed, but I think that was a switch. They only have 2 switch effects left. They have no more Quick Ball, so if we Marnie them, their hand could actually just be very bad. They put Mew down, that doesn't actually matter. So that means, wait. Okay, yeah, so they have to have their last Scoop of Net. They only have 4 cards available to them. Psy Power is going to come up just short of the knockout here. But Galarian Zigzagoon can finish off my Togekiss. So let's just go ahead and Cheryl. Bench the Bronzor. Attach. And Max Glide. Yeah, and they scoop. I think that's Cheryl kind of the nail in the coffin for them. So that's going to do it for this video. Really do appreciate you guys watching. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel. It really helps us out. Check out the links in the description. We've got our Twitch, our Discord, our Patreon, and our Twitter. All of those are key in helping our channel grow. Really appreciate you guys watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. I think the deck is really, really fun. It might not be top tier, but very fun for sure. Appreciate you watching the video, and I'll see you next time.